Tanzania's Zanzibar has put another 9 more islands up for sale after 10 islands offered earlier last year attracted over $261.5 million in investment. In August last year, the government of Tanzania opened up its 52 small islands located around Unguja and Pemba islands for sale for high-earned but environmental conscious private investors under the government's drive to transform the country economically. Zanzibar is an insular autonomous region of Tanzania, which is home to some of the most beautiful beaches with the bluest and clearest waters in the world. It is composed of the Zanzibar archipelago in the Indian Ocean, 25 to 50 kilometers off the coast of the mainland, and consists of many small islands and 2 large ones, the Unguja, the main island, referred to informally as Zanzibar, and Pemba Island. With its clash of different cultures, such as Arabs, Indians, and Africans, spice plantations, dreamy beaches among others, it is also home to Stone Town, a World Heritage Site, which is one of the best preserved cities from pre-colonial times and Africa's most important trading city in the 19th century for slaves and ivory. According to Zanzibar Investment Promotion Agency Executive Director Mr. Shariff Ali Shariff in an interview, the Tanzanian authorities have decided that 9 more islands be offered to investors after the 10 islands sold last year attracted the equivalent of over $261.5 million in investment. He also stated in the interview that the purpose of offering more islands is to open up more investment opportunities in Zanzibar. Zanzibar's main industries are spices, raffia, and tourism. In particular, the islands produce cloves, nutmeg, cinnamon, and black pepper. For this reason, the Zanzibar archipelago, together with Tanzania's Mafia Island, are sometimes referred to locally as the Spice Islands. Tourism in Zanzibar is a more recent activity, driven by government promotion, that caused an increase from 19,000 tourists in 1985 to over 500,000 in 2018. Tourism is now the top income generator for the islands, outpacing even the lucrative agricultural export industry and providing roughly 25% of income. The islands are accessible via 5 ports and the Abeid Amani Karum International Airport, which can serve up to 1.5 million passengers per year. Just like Richard Branson owns the Necker Island in the Caribbean, the world's 4th richest man Bill Gates is among the many prominent people owning a property in Zanzibar. The American billionaire with a total net wealth of approximately $136.1 billion is the owner of the Nemba Island, a single small island located about 3 kilometers off the northeast coast of Unguja, the largest island of the Zanzibar archipelago. Although Nemba Island is a popular scuba diving site with a wide variety of corals and associated species, the island can be visited only as a guest at a price of $1,500 to $2,000 per person per night, as at 2018 rates. This means non-guests are not permitted to land on the island. The island has a 200-meter exclusion zone around it, within which non-guests are not permitted. In a report by Seventh Heaven Properties, depending on location, the prices of an island can range from approximately $1 to $3 million for smaller islands, up to upwards of $30 to $75 million for much larger islands, covering over 250 acres, in the most popular locations in the Caribbean, such as Bahamas. European CEO however reports that, though viewed as the grandest of luxury purchases, private islands are not quite as inaccessible as they first appear. Prices vary hugely depending on location, size and a number of other factors, meaning buying a personal tropical paradise may be attainable after all, especially in many locations across Africa. It is unclear how much each of the 9 islands are being offered for sale by the Tanzanian authorities. However, based on the 10 islands sold last year for $261.5 million, a price tag for an approximately $26.2 million can be realistic. Islands that have been offered for sale and lease include Maui, which covers 36.82 hectares, Popo of 45 hectares island, Sumi 3.52 hectares and Quata 6.73 hectares, all located in Unguja South. Mr. Shariff claims that 53 domestic and international corporations submitted bids for the 10 initial islands last year, but only 9 were chosen. According to him, some of the considerations for acquisition were the ability to invest in high-end projects, capital level, environmental concerns and the lease acquisition cost. He further stated that Zanzibars need not be concerned because the islands are being leased rather than sold, as per the country's Land Act. According to him, the government had also put in place mandatory terms for all investors, including hiring locals, environmental conservation and setting aside specific areas for locals to continue with their economic activities. Some Zanzibars who spoke to the local media house The Citizen about the development believed the move would be helpful as long as their interests were protected. Some believe investment should be geared at lifting Zanzibars out of poverty. With all the excitement, there are concerns also being raised based on previous situation where investors earned much more than the locals. Environmental activists are also concerned with such moves since islands often represent some of the few unspoiled places left on the planet, and creating residential developments on them will disturb the fragile ecosystems that have evolved untouched by humanity. With all these concerns, the ZIPA chief believed the government development strategy including sales of islands will bring development in the region. He noted that Zanzibar has registered 1,115 investment projects, with 804 projects involving $7.6 billion already at various stages of execution. The projects, 58.1% of them in the tourism sector, have the potential of creating 59,642 jobs. Mr. Shariff described the first year of President Hussein Mwinyi as an investment boom period, noting that between 2020 and 2021, the country registered 50 projects with a total capital of $321 million and 3,590 jobs. Last September, ZCASA unveiled plans for Zanzibar Domino Commercial Tower, a spiraling skyscraper on a man-made island off the west coast of Tanzania's Zanzibar archipelago. The estimated $1.3 billion massive 370,000 square meters mixed-use development will reportedly become the second tallest building in Africa and the biggest hotel in East and Central Africa. The project takes design inspiration from the shape of stacked dominoes and is composed of 360 quays that rise toward an observation platform at the top. Tanzanian AICL Group and Edinburgh Crowland Management signed the contract for ZCASA to develop the concept for the Zanzibar site. However, the Domino Tower was initially in development for locations in both Vietnam and Saudi Arabia. Envisioned as an emblematic tourist destination, the development will be realized on a 20-hectare, 4 kilometers long site. The extensive masterplan comprises leisure, entertainment, retail, and residential programs with notable features including an island resort complete with golf course and a wedding chapel on a private islet. The tower itself will house 560 residential units as well as a 5- and 6-star hotel and spa facilities. With all these development, only time will tell if Zanzibar is on the right course with the sales of its beautiful islands to private investors and how it will benefit its locals in the long term. Africa has some spectacular islands for sales in the world. According to Private Island Online, islands for sale exist in Uganda's Lake Victoria, the largest tropical lake in the world. Zambia may be landlocked, but the country hosts the spectacular Victoria Falls, and the Zambezi River provides some interesting island opportunities as well. Also, there is no shortage of islands off the eastern coast of Africa. Just 1,600 kilometers east of Africa lies the Seychelles' 115 islands, some of which are on the market now for private sale. With most of its islands outside of the cyclone area, harsh weather is rare, with the exception of the trade winds, which make for excellent sailing. The Seychelles are renowned for their pristine beaches and secluded coves. Mauritius, the jewel of the Indian Ocean, forms part of the Mascaron Archipelago, another volcanic island group off the east coast of Africa. From its earliest beginnings with pirates through to the highly modern culture found today, there has always been an enthralling magic to Mauritius. Foreign ownership isn't permitted in this region, but Malus Island is open for rent for private individuals. If you enjoyed this video and want more definitive information about exciting trends in Africa, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our new channel, The New Africa Daily, your ultimate guide to staying informed on the latest and trending topics, facts, politics and more in Africa, within minutes.